Got the lift in place, got the cable stretched out, got everything connected to it, to the pedal. On that side, I got these things out of the way there. There's 2 ties on the end by the wheels, which I haven't removed yet. I'm gonna do that in a minute. But the first thing I wanna do is get my hose ready to connect up to the pedal as the source. So my current hose is configured like so, with a quick disconnect for tools, things like that. The pedal has the same type of receiver on that side, so we need to change it out with a male type connector like so. And I'm gonna take this one off here and put this one on top of it here. And I'll show you in a second, but it'll basically switch over to that like that. And I'm gonna wrap some plumber's tape around it just to kind of help to seal. So I'll set that there for right now. And to get these off, just kind of need, you know, a couple different wrenches. This is a 3/4 right here, and this is a 9/16. So I just take my 9/16, get it on the bottom piece right there to kind of hold it. 3/4 comes around, and then once you figure out where you want to go, you just start backing it off just to get it started. Comes off nice and easy like so. Put that back there. Clean out the goobers on this thing so you can get a nice fresh thing. Take your standard plumber's tape like so. You can get these at any hardware store, cheap. Used to be cheap, I don't know about today's world, but and just kind of feather it out and put it over the edge of that and start wrapping it around. You want to try to keep it flat so it doesn't knot up and it goes inside the threads, because that's what you're trying to do, is give it a little bit of a better seal around the threads so no air leaks out when you're putting pressure to it. You don't need to do like 50 million wraps, just a few of them. Get it on there, use your fingers to pinch it off and lay it down. A little trick with this thing, sticks to your finger, just kind of roll it over, otherwise you'll unroll your stuff, which is always a blast. All right, so now I got this and this connector here. So we're just gonna take this, screw it on there, get it tight, and then same reverse. This one may be a different, it is. So I'm gonna guess this is a 5/8, so let me get a 5/8 for that one. Maybe 11/16. Let's see. Guess and see which one it is here. 11/16, so 11/16, and again with the 9/16. So same thing. Just put that on there and hold it. Finger tighten that, grab your wrench, and just start tightening. Probably could be a 5/8, but this will work. Just like that. If it don't fit, force it. If it breaks, you need replacing anyway, right? All right, so you got those on there. Then we'll take this back over to this side. I have this loose long cable right now that I'm using just because I have one. Once I get it laid out where I want, I'll figure out the best way to get it in there. And then you've got your connector here. I've already got the source on that one. Just gonna take this one, pop it in. Hopefully it's a good match. Sometimes you gotta change both the receiver and that. I don't wanna have to do that, but I can. And this one doesn't like that one. So we'll change it out. I got some cool ones. So let's do that. Whew. 105 degrees. hope I have another one. Okay. I bought these cool sets of color-coded receivers and things. Kind of, you know, nice for marking certain lines if you have a bunch of stuff. I don't have that much stuff, but it's cool because they're red and favorite color and all, so that's good. All right, so we're gonna change this one out for that one. All right, now we're gonna go through, we got that done. I'm gonna pick up my wrenches, put them back where they belong, and then I'm gonna cut those tie wraps on the front and see what happens with the lift. If it jumps up or not, I don't know. I don't think it will because there's really no tension, but there might be some tension. Whew, 105 degrees, 106. Might be some tension on them from the actuator on the bottom. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let me pick up a mess. Might need some of these, so I'm just going to put them over here for the moment. All right. My wire cutters. I'm going to scooch this out of the way. Let's go down here. Become one with the lift. Tells you to check to make sure the wheels are lined up with the rollers. I did do that, so when I was flipping it over. So there's one right here. Safety, you're gonna die warning here. And then same for number 2. It's good to be ambidextrous. Sometimes it's fun to be ambidextrous and dyslexic. Confuses your brain, which is always the comic relief for everybody, which is good. I like to be entertaining. All right, so those are loose. Didn't move, didn't think it would, but we'll see what happens there. The other thing that it had, which I thought was cool, and I may use it, is, didn't say anything in there about it, but had this cool little steel wire here, and it went through the front hole and hooked onto the orange safety bar. I'm guessing is so that when you're operating the lift and you have it attached from back here, you can pull that lift out of the way with this without having to get close to the lift. I think that's kind of neat. At least they're thinking about it. Don't know if I'll use it. We'll see how it operates. All right. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, it's loud. I'm gonna charge up my compressor, and then once it's ready, I'll start this up again, and then we'll see how the lift goes. All right, back in a minute. All right, so it looks like we had a couple challenges here with this. So initially, I have apparently an old hose, and as soon as I put pressure on it, it started popping. So I used the new one that I have there, changed that up temporarily to see how everything works. When I connected the switch, the levers here, it got up to about 100 PSI and then started leaking. There's a bolt that goes right here. This little guy. And he was in here. And there was a lot of air coming out around it. Wouldn't let it build up above 100 PSI. So I put some plumber's tape on it, retightened it down, see if that would fix the issue. It didn't. It allowed me to raise it, but of course it wouldn't go down because apparently something's wrong with this mechanism, the way the valves work, or there's a leak in there or something else. So I'm gonna have to get a hold of the manufacturer and let them know there's a challenge with this and see if they'll send me another pedal. But for the most part, you know, I got it up, I got it safety locked. I can put it back on, lift it up to get it back down to drop it once I get the sides on, but I want to work on the sides with it up like that. So I'm just going to leave this like it is until I contact them and finish doing the work, and then I'll lift it up, put pressure to it, move the thing out of the way and drop it down and go from there and see what they say. So more to come on that, and I'll get started here on working on putting the side panels and stuff on, and then we'll see what happens. It's gonna look really cool, but it's not gonna work, but we'll check it out. All right, bye. All right, so got the lift locked up. I'm gonna go up underneath here, got my grease gun, and there's a couple Zerk fittings up underneath here that we're gonna put some grease in to help with the bearings. So we're gonna pop these in and load these little guys up. Okay. Started coming out, side of the bearing. There we go. So those are now lubed up, just because I don't like messes. Clean those out. All right, so now we got some good all-purpose, high heat, high pressure lube on there that will keep that thing juiced up from the up and down. Not that I'm like a shop or anything like that, but you know, it's good to have it in there. So, all right, so I will start getting ready to do the other stuff, and we'll look at the side rails and the stabilizer bar, and then look at potentially doing the Velcro across the top and go from there. Be right back.